Welcome to this explainer. If you've ever felt totally disconnected, maybe constantly anxious about the future, or just kind of stuck in this endless survival mode, you are in the exact right place. Today, we're going to demystify the ancient system of chakras. But we aren't just skimming the surface here. We are going to deeply, deeply explore our absolute foundation, the root chakra. By the end of this explainer, you'll have a crystal clear understanding of how this foundational energy center literally dictates your physical reality and exactly what you can do to master it.
Think about a classic car for a second. What actually happens when your vehicle's engine is out of balance? You could have the most beautifully polished exterior, the most expensive tires, premium leather seats, but if just one vital piece of that internal engine is misfiring, the rest of the vehicle is absolutely going to struggle to move forward. Well, your body's energy system works in the exact same way. When all the pieces of your internal engine work together harmoniously, your energy flows and you perform at your absolute peak. But if one piece is out of alignment, the whole system has to overcompensate.
Okay, let's dive into this. To understand how to tune that engine, we have to look at how it's built in the first place. According to ancient yoga traditions, the human body isn't just made of flesh and bone. It actually features an incredibly intricate pranic, or energy system. And across this system, there are 114 major electrical junction points. Just like a building has major electrical panels where all the different wiring systems meet up, your body has these 114 specific locations where vital energy lines cross paths and intersect. Now, out of those 114 junction points, 7 are incredibly highly concentrated, and we call these the main chakras. The Sanskrit word chakra translates literally to a wheel, or something that is turning, like a spinning vortex of energy. But to bring this into our modern day, I want you to think of a chakra exactly like a Wi-Fi router. Just like your home Wi-Fi router allows you to communicate with the broader internet, your chakras make it possible for you to interact with the people, environments, and energies all around you. They are constantly absorbing information from the world and then transmitting your internal state outward, which vitalizes your physical organs and glands in the process. So here they are, the 7 main chakras, moving straight up the central column of your body. You've got the root, sacral, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, and crown. Now check out these colors. This isn't just a random rainbow. There is this fascinating concept called the light-sound bridge. If you take this 7 notes of a musical scale, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, and you multiply the vibrational frequency of each note by the speed of light, it perfectly matches the frequencies of these 7 colors, from red all the way up to violet. It's a brilliant synchronicity that shows just how deeply connected our physical biology is to the actual physics of the universe. Section 1. Meet your root chakra, the foundation of the house. You wouldn't build the roof of a house before pouring the concrete slab, right? The very first center is known in Sanskrit as Muladhara, which literally translates to the foundation. You just cannot ascend to higher consciousness, deep intuition, or profound love until this core engine of your survival is rock solid. It sits right at the base of everything and dictates your most basic needs: food, water, shelter. If anything threatens your basic existence in this world, it is this foundational energy center that takes the hit. It establishes the absolute baseline of your entire life experience. Now, what's really interesting about this is how perfectly the physical location maps to biological function. The root chakra is physically located right at the base of the spine, near the perineum. And look at the glands it's associated with, the kidneys and the adrenals. Think about that. The adrenal glands are literally what pump adrenaline into your system for your fight or flight survival response. It transmits and receives the red color wave frequency, which is why it's always represented by red. And its core driving need is pure survival, safety, and shelter. Section 2. The subconscious hard drive. Layer 1 of the aura, or the etheric body. To really master the center, we have to look at where it lives in your aura, specifically the etheric body. This first layer acts just like a massive computer hard drive. From the exact day you were born right up to this current moment, every single experience you've ever had is recorded right here. But here's the catch. Your subconscious mind doesn't judge the data. It doesn't use reason to say, oh, hey, this was a good experience or this was a bad one. It just stores it. It's just saving files. So if you experienced early fears, shocks, or traumas, even stuff you don't consciously remember, they're sitting in this hard drive, silently dictating your foundational sense of safety. Because this hard drive is quietly running in the background, we kind of have to run a diagnostic check on ourselves. Ask yourself this crucial question and answer it honestly.
Do I feel safe and secure in the world? If your immediate visceral answer is no, or if you feel a lingering, persistent anxiety about your basic existence, it is highly likely that hidden shocks or unhealed traumas stored in that subconscious hard drive are totally blocking your root chakra.
Section 3. Signs of root imbalance. Diagnosing your foundational energy. And this brilliantly illustrates what we're talking about in our day-to-day behavior. It's one thing to talk about energy vortexes, right? But how do we actually act when this foundational center is thriving versus when it's malfunctioning? Well, when your root chakra is balanced, you feel deeply grounded, secure, and self-assured. You are fundamentally at peace with whatever the future holds. But when it's imbalanced, your energy gets trapped at the bottom. You become dominated by basic physical urges. Life becomes entirely about eating and sleeping. It's a heavy, low-intensity existence where your baseline survival instincts completely take the wheel. A massive red flag of an imbalanced root chakra is extreme greed or a total obsession with material possessions. Now, to be clear, wanting to make money or live comfortably is not inherently bad at all. Money is literally just energy. But when you are obsessed with hoarding resources at all costs, it's not actually about the money anymore. It is an overactive survival response. It is your root chakra desperately trying to build an external fortress because internally, it feels fundamentally unsafe. Section 4. How to ground yourself. Rebuilding the foundation. Okay, so if you recognized any of those imbalances in yourself, don't panic. This system can absolutely be tuned and repaired. There are concrete, highly effective ways to unblock and completely rebuild this vital energy center. Here's your action plan. Step 1 is incredibly physical. Get outside and walk barefoot on the grass. The earth carries negative ions. When your bare feet touch the ground, it acts like a magnet, literally pulling out positively charged toxins and heavy, stagnant energy from your body. Step 2 is mental. You have to identify and consciously commit to healing those painful early memories. And step 3 is where the real magic happens. You must actively reprogram your subconscious mind by assigning a new, empowered meaning to those old fears. I really, really want to emphasize this crucial point. Remember that hard drive? Your subconscious mind doesn't reason with you. It doesn't spontaneously wake up one day and decide to heal itself. You have to be the programmer. Just like writing new code for a computer software update, you have to consciously intervene. You have to deliberately feed your root chakra new data, new reassurances, and new feelings of safety so that past traumas stop dictating your present reality. To sum up our deep dive today, keep this powerful quote in mind. If your foundation ain't there, it doesn't really matter. You can chase higher states of creativity, you can try to open your heart to immense love, and you can seek profound intellectual intuition, but none of those higher chakras can properly stabilize if the house is built on a crumbling foundation. You absolutely must secure the root first. So I want to leave you with this thought-provoking question to reflect on today. Take a hard look at your baseline energy. Are you living your day-to-day life merely trying to survive, driven by a hidden hard drive of early fears? Or are you truly grounded, secure, and stabilized enough to begin building your highest self? The power to rebuild that foundation is entirely in your hands. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer today, and happy grounding.